Oh, Hawkeye Holler Nation, stand up and welcome back to the second channel and welcome back to Race Wars. This time, Race Wars is taking place in the brand new Colosseum. That is what I'm calling it here for our Hawkeye Holler videos. This is the Race Wars Colosseum, but this is actually the Whip Around Raceway. You guys can find this at your local Walmart, Target, an absolutely cool set. Now, this is iteration number 1 of this Race Wars setup. This will just be for this video only. I think I want to actually extend the track just a little bit more, have a nice double turn. I have one there in my bucket down there. We'll have a double turn, then we'll have a couple of lightning kickers that will send these cars into the Colosseum. This is just version 1. We're just here to have a little bit of fun, but this is how the Race Wars setup will go. First, we will have single car qualifying. They will start up there, right there in the second lane. They will run down, hit the speed trap, car with the fastest lap will be pole, and then we'll race the fastest up against the slowest. And then I think we will give the slowest car lane preference just to see how well these faster cars do. So technically lane preference up here, when we come up here, lane preference will definitely be lane number 5. So we'll put the slower car here in 5, faster car here in 6. That is just the way I've noticed it from testing. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing, becoming part of the Hawkeye Holler Nation today, not only here on the second channel, but also over on the main channel, where we have an epic double-header monster truck King of the Hill coming up very soon. Also here on Hawkeye Holler, our King of the Hill will be getting ready to defend his crown. Look for that Memorial King of the Hill coming up here very soon in honor of my grandfather. So let's go ahead. We got 20 cars from this awesome 20 pack that we are ready to race. Who is going to be the fastest? I am looking right here at Circle Trucker. Got that Kevin Harvick number 4 on the side. Let's go. Our starting gate is on. We are ready to go. And up at the top, we will have the BMW M4 setting off first. All right, let's go ahead and send them on their way. A 425. The BMW is able to put down a 425. Not too shabby. Up next, you're going to have the Porsche 918 Spyder. I think that Porsche is going to top the BMW. Let's go. A 424, just off by 1. Holy smokes. 424 for the Porsche. Man, I really thought he was going to beat the Beamer. Not yet. Up next, you're going to have the fantasy car of Mod Rod. I actually really like Mod Rod, and he is a very fast casting. Let's go. Oh, and he comes off, but he hits it at a 443. You do not have to race all the way to the blue. You just need to post a time and a 443. That's incredible for the upside down Mod Rod. The custom 68 Camaro is ready to rumble. All right, let's see what this Camaro can do. Let's go. 422. Man, slow. He came off as well. This is a quick turn coming up, so expect these cars to come off. 422. Up next in the primer color, you got the Mad Mike Drift Attack. There we go. All right, here we go for Mad Mike. Let's go. Oh, 441, and he really goes flying. Off to Never Never Land. Coming up next to the track, you will have Speed Trap. Speed Trap is a very fast casting. Let's see what he can put down. Here we go. A 459, top of the board for Speed Trap. How about that? Man, what a run. The 72 Corvette Stingray is next. All right, here we go. 438, not bad. Was able to keep it on the track. 438 for the vet. A fan favorite gets ready to take on the track. That is Slingshot. All right, Slingshot, let's see what you can do. 437. Wow, that was kind of a lackluster run from Slingshot with a 437. F1 Racer is ready to rumble. Very fast casting. All right, F1 Racer, here we go. 436. A little bit slow. Looks like he rode the rail coming to a grind. Here we go for the nice and heavy Circle Trucker. Let's do it. Circle Trucker, let's go. $395. Oof, not what I was expecting from the Circle Trucker. That's, oof, bottom of the barrel. It is time for the Volkswagen Bug. It's gonna be a good one. Should be fast. Volkswagen Bug. Let's go. $453. How about that? A nice concept is ready to go. The McLaren Solus. Here we go. Ooh, $432, and he comes off, but he saves it. I am looking for this car to go top of the board. This is Exotic. Exotic is such a great casting. Let's go. $451, close. He was off by 8. $451 for Exotic. Coming up next, got the Lamborghini Aventador J. Aventador J, here we go. $389, and he is upside down. I hope he was wearing a helmet. It is time for Mr. Wide himself. Look, that barely fits in the lane. Mach Speeder, let's go. Mach Speeder, down and away. $363, bottom of the barrel. Monoracer is up and ready to go. Such a great color variation for Monoracer. Let's go. $447, a good run. Up next, you will have Radical Racer taking on the track. All right, Radical Racer, let's go. $445, a good run. Coming up next, you have the Austin minivan, nice and heavy. Let's see if weight is able to help him put down a fast time. Let's go. $424. Not what I was expecting. The custom 69 Chevy pickup. He's looking for the top spot. All right, Chevy pick 'em up truck. Let's go. $423, not gonna get it. And last but certainly not least, you will have the 40 Ford. All right, the 40 Ford is ready to go. Lego. $382, slow run. Alrighty, qualifying is in the books. All 20 cars have run. I'm going to go ahead and get these numbers organized, get these pairings set up. We will just go ahead and just leave them in their case, and then we will draw them 2 at a time. Alright, Hawkeye Holler Nation, it is time to kick off Race Wars. Qualifying is in the books. We already have our first 2 cars up at the gate. Our fastest car from qualifying was Speed Trap, super fast, and our slowest car was Mach Speeder. So like I said, slowest cars will get lane advantage. It is the shortest way around the track. Now, if you guys weren't here for our little construction video here for Race Wars, the Colosseum is interesting. These cars will race side by side. They have to shoot the gap and then race each other before they hit the crash section. What I want from Race Wars is I want these cars beating and banging on one another, showing them which one is truly the best car. So hopefully we see some action right here in the cross section where these 2 cars will come together, and then the first car to come all the way, well, you don't gotta come all the way, you just gotta get past your opponent, will be declared the winner. 20 cars, so we will have an odd number come the end, but we're here for fun. We are here for Race Wars. 2 cars, get ready to do battle. Speed Trap versus Mach Speeder. Race Wars is underway. Oh my goodness, and we have some crashes already here in the Colosseum. We need to see what happened. All right, after coming back and reviewing the footage, Speed Trap is just that fast. He had a little bit of trouble getting over the gap. So what we will do is we will re-rack these cars. I will switch the lanes just to keep things fair, and we are going to run them again. And oh man, Race Wars has just started and chaos is reigning. You can tell Mock Speeder just does not stand a chance. He was light years slower than Speed Trap. Here we go again. There we go, Speed Trap to the finish. Oh, Mock Speeder has been eliminated. They are going home. I was going to put them in an imaginary bucket over there. Mock Speeder will go right there. And Speed Trap, what a run. Coming up next, it will be the Volkswagen Bug, who was second fastest in qualifying, and then the 40 Ford. All right, let's see if the second race pairs better. Let's go. There was a good race. They both finished, but it will be the V-Dub Bug. Get it done. Das Auto. Both competitors were able to finish, but the Volkswagen Bug will be taking on Speed Trap in the next round. 40 Ford, well, we're just going to put you back up. Good run, bud. Good run. Got a couple sleek-looking vehicles up next. Exotic, who was third, and the SVJ. My deepest apologies, that is an Aventador J. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Let's go. There, oh, they did collide just a little bit, but Exotic squeaks it out. Ooh, a little retaliation. He did not like the contact there in the crosshairs. Oh man, that Aventador J just needed to be a little bit faster, but Exotic got it done barely. He about lost that race. So far, the fastest cars are ruling the roost. Number 4 and number 17 are next, Monty Racer and Circle Trucker. Now remember, fastest cars are in the far lane, slowest cars in the nearest lane. My reasoning for doing that is it is the shortest way around in the nearest lane. Let's go. Oh my goodness, Monty Racer crashes. Circle Trucker gets it off a whim. I cannot wait to see what happened when I am editing this video, but there is Monty Racer under the Colosseum. Circle Trucker barely got it. If it wouldn't have been for Monty Racer crashing, Circle Trucker would not be with the winners. Man, what happened? We'll find out soon. Number 5 and number 14 are next, Radical Racer and the Austin Minivan. Radical Racer takes on the dubious Austin Minivan. Let's go. Austin Minivan did have the lead. They will not get it. Radical Racer was behind, but when it came to the Colosseum, he put the pedal to the metal. We haven't seen much chaos yet, but when these faster cars get up against one another in the next round, I think that's when we're going to see some action. Radical Racer will move on. Austin Minivan, going home, pal. Number 6 and number 13 are next. Mod Rod takes on the 918 Spider. All right, here we go. Good run from both. It will be the 918 getting it done. It did look like Mod Rod having trouble in the Colosseum. 918 Spider goes all the way to the bank. Could he be a sleeper for this competition? Oh boy. Number 7 and number 12 are next. It will be the Mad Mike Drift Car taking on the BMW M4. We are getting closer to this first round being over. Only a few spots remain. Let's go. Oh, Mad Mike did not go. I think we got to re-rack them and do it again. Oh, one of the problems of being a one-man band, when you got to use a string to pull the starting gate, sometimes these cars with the lower splitter don't want to go. So since I know lane number 2 will go, we will switch lanes and see if we have an actual race this go around. After nulling the first race, we are ready to go again. Mad Mike, you got to go. If not, it's over for you, pal. Here we go. There we go. We're both out of the gates. It will still be the BMW getting it done. Even after getting out of the gate for the second race, he will not move on, but the BMW Bulgarian Motor Works moves on. Number 8 and number 11 are ready to go. The 68 Camaro takes on the McLaren Solus. American muscle versus exotic import. Here we go. A good race, but the McLaren, oh, a little tap. But the McLaren beats out the Camaro. You hate to see it. So the faster Camaro is eliminated. The McLaren moves on. Could be a sleeper for this event. I think it's going to be hard to beat that Porsche, though. Whoop, that's accidentally moved the track. Don't want to do that. I made a goof in the last race. The 68 Camaro was not yet able to race. I accidentally ran him with the McLaren. It will still be a justified race. So now our running order, our pairing order, I should say, will be off by just a little bit. But anywho, you will have the 67 Corvette taking on F1 Racer. Let's go. So my apologies for that. Getting back in the game, I am a little rusty. Anywho, let's race. Good side-by-side race. It will be the F1 Racer. That was a good head-to-head race, but it will be the F1 racer beating out the Corvette. Dang. And our final matchup is set. It will be Slingshot taking on the Chevy pickup truck. All right, one spot remains. Will it go to Slingshot or the pickup? Let's go. It's gonna be the pickup truck. Slingshot is upside down. You know, every casting I have of Slingshot is just a disappointment, and it's one of my favorite castings. You hate to see that, but the good old pick-em-up truck moves on and gets the 10th and final spot. All right, round number 2 is about to begin, and we have a great looking lineup. Let's race. Up first for round number 2, it will be Speed Trap taking on the Volkswagen Bug. Now we notice in the very first round, Speed Trap had trouble in that first lane. I think we will start to see some more action in that impact zone. Let's go. There it was, had a little bit of contact. Volkswagen Bug. And Speed Trap is going home. The little Volkswagen Bug that could moves on. Exotic and Circle Trucker take to the track next. I think if I were a betting man, I'd put money on Exotic. Let's go. But it's going to be Circle Trucker. What is happening with these faster models? Exotic crashes out into the underbelly of the Colosseum. He is going home. Circle Trucker, the truck I picked to win it all, moves on. Good run. And coming up next, got Radical Racer taking on the 918 Spider. Radical Racer and the 918. It's going to be a good one. Here we go. Man, the 918 is super deadly fast, you guys. Holy smokes. So, Radical Racer is eliminated. The 918 will move on. Man, how about them apples, Rome? Up next, you're going to have the BMW M4 taking on the McLaren Solus. BMW versus McLaren. Let's see how this one turns out. Here we go. Oh, there is the collision in the impact zone. BMW squeaks on through. Oh man, the McLaren lost out to the heavier BMW. Moves on to the third round. One final race for the second round. F1 Racer takes on the Chevy pickup. Fantasy versus licensed. Here we go. Oh, what happened to the Chevy pickup? That custom Chevy pickup had a huge lead and he blows it in the Colosseum. The F1 racer will move on. 5 cars remain. We head into the 3rd round. It will be the Volkswagen Bug up against Circle Trucker. Then we will have a round robin part of this 3rd round. It will be the Porsche up against the BMW. Loser takes on F1 racer. If you lose 2 races, you are eliminated. Let's go. This right here is for a spot in the final round and a Race Wars potential winner. Volkswagen Bug, Circle Trucker. If you guys have been paying attention, each one of these cars have won in their respected lanes. This is going to be a good race. Here we go. Oh, Circle Trucker beats out the Volkswagen Bug. I told you guys, do not sleep on Circle Trucker. He is entered into the final round. Volkswagen Bug going home. Up next, you got the 918 Spider taking on the M4. Loser takes on F1 Racer. All right, you need to win this to be safe. Let's go. It's going to be the Porsche the Porsche is upside down. BMW got it. What happened to the Porsche? The Porsche ended up upside down in the Colosseum. He now takes on F1 Racer. If he loses, he is out of here. All right, all eyes are on that 918 Spider. He cannot lose. Let's go. Has the early lead, and he will get the victory. All right, the F1 Racer is now down a victory. If he loses, he is going home. All right, now all the eyes are on F1 Racer. Again, if he loses, he is out of here. Let's go. Oh my goodness, he has been eliminated. And that is the kind of contact you want to see here in the Colosseum. F1 Racer was in the lead, and I'm pretty sure that BMW drove over him. One final race, winner gets a spot in the final round. 918 Spider versus BMW M4. Somehow this manages to be a double DNF. It will be the car who is ahead of their opponent. Let's go. It's going to be the BMW. Porsche with some trouble in the Colosseum once again. And the Porsche 918 Spider once again having trouble in the Colosseum. He is eliminated from competition. All right, here we go. One final time. This is a best of 3 first car to win two. Oh, also, did I mention there is a crown on the line? We will be crowning a Race Wars King. Circle Trucker versus the BMW M4. It's about to be a knockdown, drag 'em out fight. Here we go. Oh, the BMW will strike first. BMW goes up one. Let's switch lanes and do it again. The lanes are switched and we are ready to race. The BMW go 2 and out. We are about to find out. Let's drop those gates. Who's it gonna be? It will be Circle Trucker this go around. We are going into a tie-breaking race. One final time, and you know how we do tiebreakers here in the hauler. We do them backbreaker style. If you guys are new here, when we go into a tie-breaking race, not only here on Hawkeye Hauler 2, but also over on the main channel, we race these vehicles backwards. One final time, BMW M4 versus Circle Trucker. Also, I noticed that in the previous clip, they were in the wrong lanes. Now they are in the right lanes. Let's go. One final time, Hawkeye Hauler Nation, say it with me. Who's it gonna be? Oh, crash! Oh my goodness, crash in the impact zone. And just like that, the BMW is ahead of Circle Trucker. Maybe upside down, but he is further ahead. And we have a brand new Race Wars King. Man, oh man, the BMW getting it done here in the Colosseum for Race Wars. Now remember, this was just the first variation of this track. We are going to have a different Race Wars setup next time. It will include the Colosseum, but will be a little bit more rambunctious. So we will go ahead and add the BMW to the King lineup for the Hot Wheels. We have our King of the Hill right there, the big bad Ford F-150. Was also our $1 million Race Wars winner. He's going to hold on to that check for quite a while. And now we are adding the BMW as our Race Wars King. He will be defending the crown next time. And like I said, don't forget, we have a double header coming up on the main channel for our Monster Truck Kings. Recreational defends his crown, and Gravedigger will defend his crown for the first time. Recreational looking to become a 4-time Monster Truck King of the Hill. Who's gonna beat him? Let's wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This will be the Race Wars setup from here on out. We will have the qualifying, just a little quick one and done drag race for each car, getting them done, and then we will head into the head-to-head racing for Race Wars. Cannot wait to start construction on the Colosseum 2.0 for Race Wars. Gonna have a lot of fun with that. Gonna go ahead and get set up for a double header Monster Truck King of the Hill. Look forward to that over on the main channel. And also, as I stated, we are going to be doing a 124 scale monster truck race. Gonna stock up on a few more of those, and then we will have that event. Do all the good stuff, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Consider becoming a YouTube member or a Patreon member today. It does help support the channel. Find those links down below amongst all of my other links. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, love yourself, love one another, and it's okay to not be okay. Peace, love, and diecast racing. I will see you back here at the hauler for another video. Don't know what we're going to do for the Hot Wheels next. Maybe we will continue the demolition derby. Right now we only got 4 cars. We need 16, so maybe that will be the next lineup for this channel. All right, guys, I am out of here. Peace.